Aloha and welcome to Beach Walks with Rocks. Today, show number 577, and you can find us at beachwalks.tv. Hi, so we're in a new location for you today, which is kind of exciting for us. And we're on our way home from the talk that I gave this morning in Honolulu, which, by the way, I think went really well. I had a standing room only crowd and just fabulous group of people, eyes wide open, and that was really, really wonderful. And it's kind of, you know, there's a story I forgot to tell, and it's that story of the three blind men describing the elephant, and they all, of course, you know, one says, well, no, it's really thick and solid, and they're describing the leg, and another one describing the tail, and another one describing the trunk, and it sounds like they're all describing three different animals, when in fact they're just each seeing a different perspective of the same animal. And really that's what social networking, I think, gives to businesses, is that if you only use formal market research and you don't listen to your users, you're not really getting a full description of the whole elephant. So, you know, we have a very different view today than we usually have. Right out behind me, and I'll try and point this out in the post-production, but those are the two Mokulua Islands that we see from a very, very different perspective when we are at Lanikai Beach. And it just, you know, raises the point to me that, you know, when we're always stay in our own small world, as comfortable and as beautiful as it may be, that's not the whole picture. And it certainly isn't to imply that there's pressure to leave or anything like that. But when you're running a business, or when you're wanting something to change, or when you're wanting something to be bigger or more or different or less or whatever, that changing your perspective can really be such a value add, to use the business term, a dated business term, mind you. But anyway, to the situation. And, you know, look at this guy over here. There's a little lifeguard stand, and what a job to have. You know, he just sits there every day in his little lifeguard stand, and that's his job. And you know, the helicopters just flew by a little while ago. That's their job. They have this big picture view of things. They see the macro view. And then there's a lifeguard down here on the beach who's just watching after the details of this little beach. And because he does that every day, he knows so intimately the waves, the tides, the movement of the sand. You know, he could probably tell by the way people walk down the beach, that one's gonna need a rescue or not, you know, because you get to know that. So this being able to have people on your team, I think, that can have the big view and have the small view, have the old view, have the new view, I just think that's more effective, and certainly for me it's more interesting, because it just brings up more stuff for discussion and more ways of really understanding what it is we're all doing here, which is confusing some days. So thanks so much for joining me, and I look forward to seeing you over on the reef, which is, wow, we're just getting so many new members. Welcome to you all, and our community is taking on very similar attributes to a regular offline community. So I'll be blogging about that more over there, and thanks so much for joining me, and I hope you like this special view today. Aloha.